I'm sure that from time to time you take a look at budgets of making certain movies, because I do that too. A lot. For major Hollywood productions, VFX can consume a significant portion of the total budget. For example, in films like Avatar: The Way of the Water, the budget of VFX can be immense, contributing to a significant portion of the overall production cost. It's not uncommon for blockbuster films to spend between 30% to 50% of their budget on VFX alone, which is a big number. Avatar: The Way of the Water had a budget of around $250 million, with a large portion allocated to VFX due to its high number of VFX shots, which was over 4,000. This is cool and everything, but what is actually going on behind the scenes that is making visual effects so expensive in the first place? First of all, VFX projects need large teams. Any big VFX production often requires extensive coordination and collaboration between multiple professionals, including VFX artists, supervisors, producers, directors, and editors. This coordination can be complex and time-consuming, and can contribute to the overall cost of the VFX project. For example, in Avengers: Endgame in 2019, the VFX work for this film was done by multiple VFX studios with a total of over 2,500 VFX shots, and the overall team size was estimated to be around 3,000 artists. Star Wars: The Rise of the Skywalker in 2019, for example, in the making of the movie, the VFX work for this film was done by multiple VFX studios as well, with a total of over 2,000 VFX shots, and the overall team size was estimated to be around 1,300 artists. Another example would be The Lion King around the same year. The VFX was done by multiple studios, such as MPC, with a total of over 1,400 VFX shots, and the overall team size was estimated to be around 1,500 artists. For example, a VFX supervisor is responsible for overseeing the work of the VFX team, but they must also collaborate with other professionals such as the editor and the director to ensure that the VFX work meets the artistic and technical requirements of the project. This collaboration may involve multiple rounds of review and feedback, as well as revisions to the VFX work to ensure that it integrates seamlessly with the rest of the project. In addition, VFX projects often involve collaboration with other professionals such as cinematographers, set designers, and costume designers who may need to provide input and feedback on the VFX work. This collaboration requires effective communication and coordination to ensure that everyone is working towards the same artistic vision, which can be really complicated if you are in the field and you are inside the project. This coordination and collaboration required for the VFX projects can also involve significant project management and administrative work, such as scheduling meetings, tracking progress, and communicating with clients. And this work can often be time-consuming and require specialized skills, but also importantly costs a lot of money. It is necessary, but it wastes time and money. Speaking about spending money, I think the biggest portion of the VFX project's money goes to VFX professionals, including, as we said, VFX artists, supervisors, and producers. As you may know, these professionals have specialized knowledge and years of experience in the visual effects field, which means they get paid high salaries. For example, for a VFX artist, which means different things for different positions, an entry level would be between $40,000 to $60,000 per year, a mid-level artist can get paid $60,000 to $100,000 per year, and a senior level artist, like a senior character artist or a senior environment artist or a senior compositor, for example, can get paid between $100,000 to $200,000 per year. For VFX supervisors, salaries can range between $80,000 per year, and sometimes it exceeds $150,000 or $200,000, depending on the studio and the importance of the project. Technical artists can also be paid handsomely. Their salaries can range between $120,000 to $150,000 or $200,000 per year. VFX artists are responsible for creating the actual visual effects of a project, and they use specialized software and hardware to create complex and realistic effects, such as explosions, fires, water, and other natural phenomena. And these artists need to have a deep understanding of physics, lighting, textures, and other technical aspects of their work to create realistic and believable effects. And they may specialize in different areas of VFX, such as modeling, texturing, compositing, or lighting, and they often work in teams to create complex effects. Creating high-quality VFX is a labor-intensive process that requires the attention to detail and precision. The process involves many steps, including planning, pre-visualization, shooting, editing, and post-production. Each step requires specialized knowledge and skills, and the entire process can take many hours of work. For example, creating simple visual effects such as a dust cloud can require hours of work. The VFX artist must start by creating a 3D model of the dust cloud, which involves designing the shape, texture, and movement of the cloud. And they must then animate the cloud to match the movement of the actor or the object in the shot, which can involve many iterations to get the timing and movement just right. And once the animation is complete, the VFX artist must render the effect, which can take several hours or even days depending on the complexity of the effect and the resolution of the final output. Creating more complex visual effects such as explosions, fire, or water can require even more work and attention to detail. And these effects often involve simulating complex physical phenomena such as fluid dynamics or combustion, and require sophisticated software and hardware to create and render. Visual effects work also requires specialized software and hardware, which allows artists to create and render high-quality effects, and this infrastructure can be expensive to maintain and upgrade. VFX software is designed to create and manipulate visual effects, as you know, and it requires powerful computers with specialized hardware components such as high-end graphic cards, fast processors, and large amounts of RAM. And these components are necessary to ensure that the software runs smoothly and can handle the complex computations which are required for creating and rendering visual effects. The software used for VFX work can be also expensive, with licenses for industry standard software such as Autodesk Maya, Nuke, Houdini, and so on, which can cost thousands of dollars per year. In addition, many VFX studios use proprietary software that they have developed over the years in-house, which can also require significant investment in development and maintenance. The hardware required for VFX work can also be expensive, such as high-end workstations with specialized graphic cards and processors that can easily cost several $1,000s each, and VFX studios often require many of these workstations to handle the workload of a large VFX project. In addition, VFX studios may need to invest in specialized hardware such as render farms, which are clusters of high-performance computers used to render and process large amounts of data. And the interesting thing that can add to the cost of VFX work is that VFX projects often require a significant amount of research and development to create innovative and high-quality VFX, because, to be honest, this field is evolving all the time. This research and development can be time-consuming and requires specialized skills and expertise, which can contribute to the overall cost of a VFX project. One of the big names when it comes to this is Weta Digital, which, for example, developed a new technology for a movie called Avatar in 2009, directed by James Cameron. Weta was responsible for creating the visual effects for the film, including the creation of the world of Pandora and the Na'vi characters. And to bring the Na'vi characters to life, Weta Digital developed a new facial animation system called Facial Action Coding System, or Facets for short, which allowed the animators to create realistic facial expressions and movements for these amazing characters. And this technology was based on research in facial anatomy and muscle movement, which involved capturing the movement of an actor's face using motion capture technology, and then mapping those movements onto the digital models of the Na'vi characters. As you can see, if a VFX project requires a new and innovative effect, the VFX team may need to conduct extensive research to determine the best approach for creating the effect. And this may involve studying real-world phenomena and experimenting with different techniques and software to develop new tools and workflows. For example, the bullet effect from the Matrix film required extensive research and development to create a convincing slow-motion effect using multiple cameras and complex computer algorithms. And the practical effect involved using multiple cameras placed a semicircle around the actors, with each camera capturing a different angle of the action. The cameras were then triggered sequentially, with each camera firing at a specific time interval, creating the impression of time slowing down. Additionally, The actors were often suspended on wires or on rigs to enhance the effect. Finally, CGI was used to stitch together the different camera angles and remove the rigs and the wires which were used during filming. This was done using a combination of rotoscoping and 3D modeling, of course. In addition to what we just talked about, VFX projects often require custom tools and scripts to automate tasks or streamline workflows. And developing these tools and scripts can be time-consuming in addition to requiring a lot of experience in programming in languages such as Python or C++. And to do this, developers must stay up to date with the latest industry trends and techniques. And this includes software, hardware, and everything else in between to create top-notch visual effects that you can see on the screen. And there you have it. I hope you guys found this video useful and informative. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to this channel to receive more videos like this. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.